Welcome back, you guys, or welcome if you're new. I'm Sarah. I do videos on modern and practical frugality, everything from food, home stuff, budgeting, how to save money on your cleaning supplies, all of those kinds of things. If that's something you're into, I would love to have you as part of our little family here. And let's get into the video. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is there's so many people who have gotten out of debt, but now they're terrified to go back into debt and they don't know what to do, right? They've been busting their butt trying to get out of debt, paying debt off, all of those things. But now that they're out of debt, now what? Because there's still going to be things that come up, obviously. There's going to be tires that blow, transmissions that go out, furnaces that go out, all of those things. Now, you have to have money to fix these things. And for a lot of people, their backup plan has been their credit cards. And so I want to give you an alternative to the backup plan as your credit card. Okay. So these are several tips, things that I have done, that I've implemented in my life, that I find it very important to not go back into debt. See, this is not the first time I've gotten myself out of debt. It's been a couple other times. This is the first time where it terrifies me to go back into debt. So I think that means that this is the one time, this is the last time, because I don't want to do it so badly that I'm taking steps to make sure I don't, okay? Okay, so if you have been out of debt forever, you're way past this is definitely not the video for you. You can stick around. There's always something for everybody, but a lot of these tips you're already going to know. But if you have no idea what to do now that you paid all your debt off, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so first one is trying to figure out why you don't want to be in debt, right? Now, do you not want to be in debt because Dave Ramsey and everybody says debt is bad? Do you not want to be in debt because it makes you not be able to sleep at night? Because it lessens your options of things that are available to you in your life? Because it makes it to where you can't tell your boss to go jump because you have money in the bank? What is your reason? So why you don't want to be debt-free is, right? And then you fill in the blank. Okay, once you figure that out, the next one is deciding that you're never going to pay interest again. Now, this is interesting because before, it's easy to put something on a credit card, open up, a 90 days, same as cash, whatever, which is fine if you know for a fact you're going to pay it off in that 90 days. Otherwise, the interest is insane, right? And if you put something on your card and then you pay it off, that's a completely different story. But most of us who just got out of debt are not to that spot yet, to where we have, I don't know if it's the self-discipline or what it is that is needed to, make that happen, to put something on a credit card, pay it off. We haven't been doing that. That's why we were in debt, right? So just deciding you will never pay interest again. Now, with that being said, you have to have a backup plan, right? If you're not going to pay interest and your backup plan has always been your credit cards, then clearly you have to have some money in the bank, right? In order to cover all of those things that we know happen. And so one of the things is figuring out, one of the things that I figured out is what my priorities were, right? So one of the things that we really value is making sure that we can buy good food, right? We can buy good food. We can buy some good supplements. Those kind of things are important. Doing being able to make sure we can get some things that are more on the natural end of things as far as medicines and all that. That's important to us. It's also important to be able to have some money to help others. That's also important to us. So creating a budget was a big deal because we needed to prioritize those spending, habits and those spending things that were important. So we needed to put those way at the top of the list to figure out what we can cut out, where we can gather this money from. Now, the beauty of it is, if you've just gotten out of debt, then that means you've freed up a whole bunch of money. And so that is amazing because now you can allocate that money. It can go here, it can go here, it can go here. This is important, this is important, this is important, right? Maybe you definitely want to put that money in your savings account, build up your emergency fund. So creating a budget and then setting an amount every single payday that you automatically put into savings. Now, when I say automatically put into savings, I mean automatically. It doesn't matter what is going on. This amount of money that you and your partner decided on or whatever, or just you, or whatever the case, that is what goes in there. It doesn't matter anything else. That money goes in there. It's a bill, boom, paid for, right? Because what will happen if we don't have that mindset of this is going to happen come hell or high water, hell and high water is going to come. And what's going to happen is somebody's going to need some money. Whether it's you, your partner, your friend, your cousin, your niece, whoever, you're going to need to help somebody out. And you're going to feel a little flush because you no longer have this debt over here. But we need to remember, we're trying to set ourselves up, right? So we're trying to get ourselves in a position where we can take care of ourselves. And so that's very important. And it's probably the most important thing at this particular moment, so that you don't find yourself drowning again, right? Okay, so we're gonna set an amount that we put in the bank faithfully every single payday, come hell or high water, right? And then the next thing I have written down is practicing delayed gratification. And what I mean by practicing is literally practicing. Doing small things at first to try to build that muscle, let's just say, you're making a pot of coffee and it gets done, but you're right in the middle of doing something else and you really want that first cup, whatever. You just wait until you're done doing what you're doing to grab the fresh cup of coffee. I know it smells delicious. The whole house smells good, blah, blah, blah. But just little things like that, you can practice telling yourself, no, not yet. No, not yet, right? It's a muscle that has to be built. So just with anything, in a million different areas, you can practice this. And then it'll just become fairly normal for you to, instead of, oh, I need this, I'm going to go on Amazon and grab it, delaying that and going, I'm going to sleep on it. If I really want it tomorrow, then I can get it. Just that kind of thinking. So the next thing is practicing frugality. This also may be a duh, but practicing frugality goes back to that figuring out what's important to you, right? Because being frugal just means you're spending money on the things that are important, and the rest of the stuff you don't really care about, you're not spending your money on it, right? That's what it means. It's not important for you to have name brand little plastic zipper bags. You don't really care. You get yours to the dollar store because that's not what you want to spend your money on, or you won't get any at all, and you'll just use something else, right? So frugality just means you're very intentional about what you spend your money on, and the rest of it just falls by the wayside because you don't care about it. It's not that big of a deal to you. Okay, and so the next thing is automating as much as we can, as much as we possibly can. Depending on your comfort level. I know a lot of people don't like doing this. I am one of those people who don't like doing it that much. But as far as automating like retirement savings, regular savings, those kind of things, I'm fine with that. I still pay my bills. I go through my bank app. I just do it manually. And it's all done through there. But I don't have anything really taken out. Well, I do have our life insurance is taken out automatically. That's about the only thing that is taken out automatically. But whatever your comfort level is, the more you can automate, the better, to where you don't even have to think about it. Say your paychecks go into the bank, your bills all come out automatically, and the only thing that is really that you have to manually do, I guess, groceries, gas, that kind of stuff, because your savings and all your bills are already paid for. The money's already in there. So I hope some of these tips were helpful, you guys. And I would like to know what have you figured out was like the aha moment for you to stay out of debt? Because I'm trying to figure this out as well right now. But these are some of the things that I've kind of, they're just no-brainers to me now. And they weren't before. This time, I don't know, it just feels so much bigger, I'm older now, so that could be a thing. Like, I don't have as much time between now and, say, retirement or whatever, so that could be something. But just let me know what you have done that makes you run the other direction from debt, right? So I would love to hear it, and everybody would love to hear it. So we all like to read the comments. So if this was interesting to you and you liked this, give me a thumbs up, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. And I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.